Governor, the senior board member from the 1st Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Mario S. Albarisi, to preside our regular session.
Acting Vice Governor and Board Member from the 1st District, Board Member Mario Jr. B. Albarisi has been nominated and seconded. No objections? I hear none. We will now recognize our temporary presiding officer for this 48th regular session, the acting provincial vice governor of the province of Bukidnon, Honorable Board Member Mario Jr. B. Albarisi.
The 48th regular session is now called to order. Invocation to be led by Board Member Godofredo Balansag, followed by the singing of the national anthem, singing of the Bukidnon hymn, and the PBLMP creed.
Hear our prayer. We are your children, and we've gathered here today.
Let us pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Heavenly Father, as we gather today for this 48th regular session of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, we humbly come before you with grateful hearts. We thank you for the gift of life, for the opportunity to serve, and for the trust that the people of Bukidnon have placed in us. Lord, we recognize the responsibility entrusted to us are both a privilege and sacred duty. Grant us wisdom in our deliberation, clarity in our judgment, and humility in our leadership. Help us to listen with the understanding, speak with respect, and act with integrity in all that we do. Ginoo, taliwala sa among mga kalainan sa opinyon o panglantaw, hiusa kami diya sa usa ka tumong nga mao ang tinuod nga kaayuhan sa among katawhan. Hinaot nga ang matag desisyon nga among pagahimoon magdala og kalambuan, kalinaw ug paglaom alang sa matag katawhan sa Bukidnon. As we seek the welfare of our people, we also remember our fellow Mindanaoans who have been affected by the recent earthquake. We lift them to you, Lord, especially those who have suffered loss, injury, fear, and uncertainty. Surround them with your comfort and protection. Strengthen the communities striving to recover, and bless all those who extend help and assistance in this time of need. Teach us to become faithful stewards of the trust given to us. May we never seek personal recognition, but always strive to serve with compassion, fairness, and accountability. Guide decision, O Lord. Bless our province, its leaders, and all its communities. May our work today bear fruit that will benefit both present and future generation. All this we humbly ask in your holy name. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
Ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, kaya sa sinaganan, alam ng
Mr. Secretary, can we have the roll?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Roll call. Provincial Vice Governor Clive D. Quino on official business, Mr. Chair, in view of his designation as acting provincial governor. Board Member Mario Jr. and acting governor, Vice Governor Mario Jr. B. Albarisi.
Present.
Board Member Godofredo I. Balansag. Board Member Minerva C. Kachinabi. Board Member Bobby J. B. Dinlayan. Board Member Marlon Brando B. Dinlayan. Board Member Armando Jr. S. Evangelista. Board Member Jose Miguel S. Fortich. Board Member Oliver Owen L. Garcia. Board Member Yelo S. Linas. Board Member Holly C. Monsanto. Board Member Eliser S. Tunahon. Board Member Joseph D. Palmada. Board Member Arnolfo Jose Jr. G. Pipito. Board Member Renato S. Sumbuan. Mr. Chair, there are 14 out of 15 members of this august body who are inside this session hall. Honorable Presiding Officer, there is a quorum.
We have a quorum, so our session is in order. Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer, good afternoon. To my colleagues, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Honorable Presiding Officer, we will now proceed to the approval of the calendar of business, and this also includes the approval of the minutes of our previous regular session. For now, Honorable Presiding Officer, for the first reading, we have only 33 items. For the second reading, we have 55 items. We have only one item under the third and final reading, and we have 8 items under the other communication. So moving for the approval of the calendar of business as presented.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
As to the minutes of our previous regular session, the minutes of the 47th regular session, it was held last June 16, 2026. Copy of the same has been disseminated in advance. Honorable Presiding Officer, for the consideration of this august body, I move to dispense with the full reading of the minutes of the previous regular session.
There's a motion to dispense the reading of the previous minutes. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I move further for the approval of the minutes of the 47th regular session.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Honorable Presiding Officer, proceeding to the first reading and reference of the business, may we now recognize our Secretary, Attorney Apollo Magwali, to read the first item therein.
Attorney Magwali is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. First reading, reference of business, item number 1. Proposed resolution number 208-2026 of the 28th SP, authored by Board Member Renato S. Sumbungan, Provincial IPMR, entitled A Resolution Acknowledging, Recognizing, and Affirming the Legitimacy of the Municipal and City Tribal Chieftains as the duly recognized traditional leaders and representatives of the tribal councils, of elders and leaders, and of the genuine indigenous cultural communities, indigenous peoples in the province of Bukidnon.
Thank you, Attorney Magwali. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move for the approval of the following item number 1 to 9. This will be transferred to the new business for the day, and this will be marked as item number 56 to 64. And for item number 10 to 17, this will be referred to the Committee on Appropriation. Item number 18, this will be referred to the Committee on Barangay and Local Government. 19 and 20. This will be referred to the Committee on Beautification and Tourism. For item number 21, this will be referred to the Committee on Civil Service. Item number 22 be referred to the Committee on Environmental Protection. climate change, disaster preparedness. 23, Honorable Presiding Officer, this will be referred to the Committee on Indigenous Cultural Communities and Indigenous People. From items number 24 to 27, this will be referred to the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights. Item number 28, this will be referred to the Committee on Peace and Order. For 29, be referred to the Committee on Poverty Alleviation, Social Reform. And item number 30, this will be referred to the Committee on Public Services, Utilities, and Transportation. Honorable Presiding Officer, for item number 31 and 32, this will be referred to the new business for the day and be marked as item number 65 to 66. And last item, Honorable Presiding Officer, for item number 33, this will be referred to the Committee on Environmental Protection, Climate Change, and Disaster Preparedness. So moving for the approval as enumerated, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Honorable Presiding Officer, we will now proceed to the unfinished business since we have no item tabled for the privileged hour and question hour. Unfinished business also none. So, Honorable Presiding Officer, we will now proceed rather to the business for the day. Honorable Presiding Officer, for item number 1 to 9, may we now recognize a gentlelady from the 3rd District of this province, the Honorable Board Member Minerva Casinabe.
The gentle lady from the 3rd District, Board Member Kasinabi, is recognized. Mike, please. Naitumban dia mambing, naitumban. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Technician. Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer, Honorable Majority Floor Leader, to all the members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, staff, maayong hapon sa atong tanan. Your Honor, I have here 9 committee reports. 7 of them are executive order from the municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon. For this, Your Honor, I move for an omnibus motion of this 7 committee report. I have to read first the title of the executive order. Since, as I have reviewed, these executive orders are dated January, March, and February. So, I have here one committee report number 1. The Committee on Poverty Alleviation and Social Reform, to which was referred Executive Order number 007, series of 2026, dated January 27, 2026, from the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled, An Order Creating the Municipal Poverty Reduction Action Committee, or MPRAC, of the Municipality of Baongon, Province of Bukidnon, for formulation and implementation of the Municipal Poverty Reduction Action Plan. Another one, Executive Order number 016, series of 2026, dated March 12, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled, An Order Reconstituting the Multi-Stakeholders Inspectorate Team MSIT for the implementation of the Kapit Bisig Laban sa Kahirapan, comprehensive and integrated delivery of social services, additional financing or Kalahi Seeds AF program in the municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon. Committee report number 3, Executive Order number 017, series of 2026, dated March 12, 2026, again, from the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled, An Order Reconstituting the Municipal Coordinating Team, or MCT, for the implementation of the Kalahi Seeds Program in the Municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon. Committee Report number 5, again, an Executive Order number 012, series of 2026, dated February 2026, from the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled, An Order Reconstituting and Updating the Composition and Term of Municipal Local Literacy Council of the Municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon. Committee Report number 6, Committee on Education, to which was referred Executive Order number 001, dated January 5, 2026, from the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled, An Order Designating the Focal Persons for School Board Fund Projects of the Municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon. Again, Committee Report number 7, Executive Order number 002, series of 2026, dated January 5, 2026, from the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled, An Order Updating the Composition of the Local School Board, or LSB, of the Municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon, and for other purposes. Your Honor, the committee hereby recommend the last committee report, again, on the Committee of Poverty Alleviation and Social Reform, to which was referred Executive Order number 021, series of 2026, dated March 18, 2026, again from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled, An Order Reconstituting the Multi-Stakeholders Inspectorate Team, MSIT, for the implementation of Kapit Bisik Laban sa Kahirapan Comprehensive and Integrated Delivery of Social Services Philippine Community Resilience Project, or Kalahi Seeds, PCRP, in the Municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon. Your Honor, the committees hereby recommend for the approval of this executive order from the Municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within the competence of the local chief executive concerned to promulgate. Omnibus motion, Your Honor.
There's an omnibus motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
I have here another two more committee report, Your Honor. From the Committee Report on Education, to which was referred Ordinance Number 2026-2344 of the 17th Regular Session of the Sangguniang Bayan of Manolo Fortich, entitled, An Ordinance Prohibiting Students in Public and Private Elementary and Secondary Schools from staying in public places during class hours and providing penalties and mechanisms for its implementation. I've considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. The committee finds that the ordinance regulates the student attendance during class hours by prohibiting students enrolled in public and private elementary and secondary schools from staying, loitering, or remaining in public places while classes are in session. It likewise establishes penalties for violations and provides the necessary mechanisms for its implementation within the municipality of Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon. The ordinance is intended to promote discipline among students, encourage regular school attendance, and contribute to the welfare and development of the youth. Pursuant to Section 16 of Republic Act Number 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, every local government unit shall exercise the powers expressly granted, thus necessarily implied therefrom, as well as powers necessary, appropriate, or incidental to its efficient and effective governance, and those essential to the promotion of the general welfare. These provisions authorizes local government units to adopt measures that promote the health, safety, education, and general well-being of their inhabitants by regulating the presence of students in public places during class hours and adopting measures designed to strengthen school attendance and safeguard the welfare of minors. The ordinance constitutes a valid exercise of the municipality's general welfare powers. The committee finds that the measure is consistent with the authority granted under Section 16 of Republic Act Number 7160 and accords with the objective of promoting the educational and social development of the youth. Recommendation: the committee hereby recommend for the approval of ordinance number 2026, thus 2344 from the Sangguniang Bayan of Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon, for being proper in order and within the competence of the Sangguniang Bayan to enact. So recommended for the approval of this committee report, Your Honor.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
The last committee report, Your Honor, again from the Committee on Education, to which was referred Municipal Ordinance Number 16, SB 2026-03, approved on May 22 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Quezon, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Rationalizing and Optimizing the Establishment of the Quezon Technical Education Center, or QTSC, have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. The committee finds that the ordinance rationalizes and optimizes the establishment of the Quezon Technical Education Center by institutionalizing its organizational structure, creating plantilla, possessions, providing for its operation and funding, and defining the functions and objectives in support of technical, vocational, educational, and skills development within the municipality of Quezon, Bukidnon. Again, pursuant to Section 16 of Republic Act Number 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, every local government unit shall exercise the powers expressly granted, this necessarily implied therefrom, as well as powers necessary, appropriate, or incidental to its efficient and effective governance, and thus essential to the promotion of the general welfare. The provision authorizes the local government units to adopt measures that promote education, employment, opportunities, economic development, and the general well-being of their inhabitants by institutionalizing a local technical education center, strengthening its organizational structure, and providing mechanisms for the delivery of technical, vocational education, and skills development programs. The ordinance advances the municipality's human resource development objectives and enhances the access to livelihood and employment opportunities. The committees find that the measure constitutes a valid exercise of the municipality's powers under Section 16 of Republic Act Number 7160 and is consistent with the promotion of the general welfare of its constituents. The committee hereby recommend for the approval of ordinance, Municipal Ordinance Number 16, SB 2026-03, from the Sangguniang Bayan of Quezon, Bukidnon, for being proper in order and within the competence of the Sangguniang Bayan to enact. So recommended for the approval of this committee report, Your Honor.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding.
Thank you, Board Member Kasanabi. Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer. Proceeding to item number 10 to 12 for these three items, may we now recognize the Honorable Board Member Godofredo Balansag.
Board Member Balansag is recognized.
Salamat. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. And good afternoon to our colleagues.
Good afternoon.
Item number 10. Committee report of the Committee on Barangay and Local Government, number 2026-B-044 of the 28th ISP. Mr. Presiding Officer, the Committees on Barangay and Local Government to which was referred, Ordinance number 44-2026, Series of 2026, approved on May 29, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Providing Insurance Premium Coverage for Barangay Officials, including Barangay Secretaries, Barangay Treasurers, and Indigenous Peoples Mandatory Representative in the Municipality of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon. Have considered the same and hereby submits their findings, comments, and recommendation. The committee finds that the ordinance aims to promote the welfare, security, and well-being of barangay officials, barangay secretaries, barangay treasurers, and indigenous peoples mandatory representatives by providing insurance premium coverage that would afford them financial protection against contingencies arising from the performance of their official function. The ordinance recognizes the vital role of barangay officials as frontliners in the delivery of basic government services and maintaining the peace and order and development of the grassroots level. In the performance of their duties and responsibilities, these officials are exposed to various risks, hazards, and uncertainties which necessitate the provisions of adequate support mechanisms for their welfare and protection. The measures likewise seeks to recognize their invaluable contribution to the local governance and strengthen their commitment to public service through the provisions of appropriate benefits and support. The committee finds the ordinance to be in accordance with the provision of Section 16 of the Republic Act number 7160, known as the Local Government Code of 1991, commonly referred to as the General Welfare Clause, which authorizes local government units to exercise powers necessary, appropriate, or incidental for the promotion of the general welfare of their constituents. The committee further notes that the measures is consistent with the policy of the state under Article 2, Section 9 of the 1987 Constitution, which mandates the promotion of a just and dynamic social order and ensures the prosperity and independence of nation and frees and people from poverty through policies that provide adequate social services and improve the quality of life for all. Recommendation: the committee, considering the foregoing, the committee hereby recommends for the approval of ordinance number 44-2026, series of 2026, approved on May 29, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon, for being proper and in accordance with the law and within the scope of authority of the Sangguniang Bayan concerned to enact. So moving for the approval of this committee report, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 11, again, committee report on committees and barangay and local government number 2026-B-045. Mr. Presiding Officer, the committees on barangay and local government which was referred, ordinance number 48-2026, series of 2026, approved on May 29 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Establishing the Municipal Transparency, Citizens Feedback, and participatory governance mechanism in the municipality of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon. Have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. The ordinance aims to institutionalize policies and mechanisms that promote transparency, accountability, and participatory governance by providing avenues for citizens' feedback and encouraging the active involvement of stakeholders in municipal planning, budgeting, project monitoring, policy formulation, and service evaluation. Thus, the measure seeks to strengthen collaboration between the local government and the people of Cabanglasan and enhance public trust and confidence in the delivery of public service. The committee finds that the measure is consistent with Article 2, Section 27 and Article 13, Section 16 of the 1987 Constitution, which uphold integrity in public service and guarantee the right of the people and their organizations to effective and reasonable participation in the decision-making process. Likewise, Section 16 and Section 26 of the Republic Act 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, empower the local government units to promote general welfare and encourage participation of people's organization and other sectors in local governance. Recommendation: considering the foregoing, the committee hereby recommends for the approval of Ordinance Number 48, Series of 2026, approved on May 29, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon, for being proper and in accordance with law and within the scope of authority of the Sangguniang Bayan concerned to enact. Moving for the approval of this committee report, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Last item, Mr. Presiding Officer, again, this is a committee report on barangay and local government. Mr. Presiding Officer, the Committee on Barangay and Local Government, to which was referred Ordinance Number 2026-164 of the 43rd regular session, enacted on April 28, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Impasugong, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing the Impasugong Serbisyo Karaban, a hatod serbisyo sa barangay program in the municipality of Impasugong and appropriating funds thereof. Have considered the same and hereby submits their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings: the ordinance aims to institutionalize the delivery of government programs and services to barangays, particularly those in geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas, and to ensure the continuous and efficient provisions of basic services through the allocation of the necessary funds therefore. The measures likewise seeks to promote accessible, responsive, and people-centered governance by bringing government services closer to the constituents and strengthening the partnership between the local government and the communities it serves. The committee finds that the measure is consistent with the Section 16 and Section 17 of Republic Act Number 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, which empower the local government units to promote the general welfare and provide basic services and facilities to their constituents. Likewise, Section 458, Paragraph E1 of the same code authorizes the Sangguniang Bayan to enact ordinances necessary for efficient, effective governance of the municipality. The committee further finds that the institutionalization of the Impasugong Serbisyo Karaban o Hatod Serbisyo sa Barangay program is a harmony with states' policies of promoting social justice, improving the quality of life of the people through effective and responsive public service. Recommendation: considering the foregoing, the committee hereby recommends for the approval of Ordinance Number 2026-164 of the 43rd regular session enacted on April 28, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Impasugong, Bukidnon for being proper and in accordance with law and within the scope of authority of the Sangguniang Bayan concerned to enact. So moving for the approval of this committee report, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding
Thank you, Board Member Balansag. Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer, proceeding to items number 13 to 33. For these 21 items, may we now recognize the gentleman from the 4th Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Doc R.G. Pipito.
Board Member Pipito is recognized. Murag omnibus galing niya.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Yunan mo nimo. Sorry. For these two items, Mr. Presiding Officer, these are all executive order coming from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, subject for omnibus motion. Item number 13 is Committee Report number 2026-6-C-086 of the 28-P, to which is referred Executive Order number 028 series of 2026, dated April 24, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Revoking Executive Order number 024 series of 2026, restoring the regular 5-day work week and continuing the implementation of energy conservation measures in the municipal government of Baongon, Bukidnon. Item number 14 is Committee Report number 2026-C-087, to which is referred Executive Order number 029 series of 2026, approved on April 27, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Mandating the Strict and Timely Submission of Daily Time Records of all municipal employees to the Human Resource Management Office with complete supporting documents and transmittal, including the submission of Sangguniang Bayan session minutes for payroll of elected officials, and adopting a no DTR, no payroll policy. So moving for the omnibus motion of the approval, omnibus motion for the approval of these two items, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
For item number 15 to 19, still also these are also executive orders from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Damulog, Bukidnon. Item number 15 to 19. Item number 15 is Committee Report number 26-C-088, to which is referred Executive Order number 03, Series of 2025, entitled Executive Order designating Noemi Liza S. de la Serna, Administrative Aid, as Records Keeper for AIX and Visitors Appearance of the Office of the Municipal Social Welfare and Development of the Local Government Unit of Damulog, Bukidnon. Item number 16 is Committee Report number 2026-C-089, to which is referred Executive Order number 04, Series of 2025, dated January 16, 2025, entitled An Executive Order designating Rosen V. Villar, Social Worker of the Municipal Social Welfare and Development Office, as Livelihood Officer of the Local Government Unit of Damulog, Bukidnon. Item number 17 is Committee Report number 2026-C-090, to which is referred Executive Order number 05, Series of 2025, dated January 17, 2025, entitled An Executive Order designating An Executive Order designating Rosen V. Villar, Social Worker of the Municipal Social Welfare and Development Office, as Case Manager for exiting 4-piece beneficiaries of the Local Government Unit of Damulog, Bukidnon. Item number 18 is a Committee Report number 2026-C-091, to which is referred Executive Order number 10, Series of 2025, dated on February 10, 2025, entitled An Executive Order designating Mary Joy S. Pohas, Social Worker, as Focal Person of Women Federation and Kalipunan ng Liping Pilipina or Kalipi at the Local Government Unit of Damulog, Bukidnon. And item number 19 is Committee Report number 2026-C-092, to which has referred Executive Order number 12, Series of 2025, dated February 18, 2025, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Damulog, Bukidnon, entitled An Executive Order designating Mark P. Basera, Social Worker, Special Drug Education Center / Corner, or SDEC, Focal Person in the Local Government Unit of Damulog, Bukidnon. Mr. Presiding Officer, an omnibus motion for the approval of items number 15 to 19, all executive order from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Damulog, Bukidnon. So moving, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Next item number 20 to 24, Mr. Presiding Officer. These are all coming from the Sangguniang Bayan of Libona, Bukidnon. These are all municipal ordinances. Item number 20 is committee report number 2026, the C-093, to which is referred ordinance number 26-31, approved on March 16, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Libona, Bukidnon, entitled an ordinance creating the office of the municipal administrator and the transfer of the existing position of the municipal government department head 1 or the municipal administrator salary grade 24. Item number 21 is committee report number 2026-C-094, to which is referred ordinance number 26-32, approved on May 6, 2026 from the Sangguniang Bayan of Libona, Bukidnon, entitled an ordinance adopting and approving the organizational structure and staffing pattern of the municipal government of Libona, Bukidnon. Item number 22 is committee report number 2026, the C-095, to which is referred ordinance number 26-36, approved on May 18, 2026, entitled an ordinance amending ordinance number 25-23, entitled an ordinance creating the municipal tourism office, defining its organizational structure and functions, and presenting the same in its entirety. Item number 23 is committee report number 2026-C-096 from the Committee on Civil Service, to which is referred ordinance number 26-37, approved on May 18, 2026, still from the Sangguniang Bayan of Libona, Bukidnon, entitled an ordinance amending ordinance number 25-24 and providing that the title thereof shall now read as an ordinance creating the plantilla position of Municipal Government Department Head 1 Tourism Officer with salary grade 24 and appropriating necessary funds for the implementation thereof. And item number 24 is committee report number 2026, the C-097 from the Committee on Civil Service, to which is referred ordinance number 26-38, approved on May 18, 2026 from the Sangguniang Bayan of Libona, Bukidnon, entitled an ordinance amending ordinance number 25-26 and providing that the title thereof shall now read as an ordinance creating the plantilla position of Municipal Government Department Head 1 with salary grade 24 and appropriating necessary funds for the implementation thereof. Mr. Presiding Officer, another omnibus motion for the approval of these 5 items under the Committee on Civil Service, item number 21 to 24, all from the Sangguniang Bayan of Libona, Bukidnon. So moving for the approval, Mr. Chair.
There's an omnibus motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 25, still from the Committee on Civil Service, to which is referred ordinance number 45-2026, approved on May 7, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panglungsod of Valencia City, Bukidnon, entitled an ordinance unfunding 8 various positions under the executive and legislative departments, thereby reallocating the same in funding other priority plantilla positions of the city government of Valencia. Mr. Presiding Officer, the committee recognized that the ordinance seeks to unfund 8 various positions under the executive and legislative departments, thereby reallocating the same in funding other priority plantilla positions in the city of Valencia, province of Bukidnon. The committee found that under Section 8 of this ordinance, it is recommended and first, remove the hyphen in the position title and reflect it as a supervising administrative officer or budget officer 4. Second, the supervising administrative officer generic position title should be accompanied with a parenthetical title per CSC Memorandum Circular Number 12, Series of 2022, Annex B-1. Next, private secretary 1 position title should be changed to administrative assistant 5 or private secretary 1 per CSC Memorandum Circular Number 12, Series of 2022, Annex B-1. Next, bookbinder 4 position title should be changed to administrative assistant 4 or bookbinder 4 And then next, generic position title clerk 1, parenthetical title is administrative aid 6 with a salary grade of 6 per CSC Memorandum Circular number 12 series of 2022 and Annex B-1. And lastly, the position title proofreader 1 is not found in DBM Local Budget Circular 137. Mr. Presiding Officer, the committee, after review, hereby recommend that Ordinance Number 45-2026, approved on May 7, 2026, of the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Valencia City, Bukidnon, be referred back to its origin for compliance of the stated findings. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to refer back. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Next item, item number 26. These are all from the Committee on Health, Mr. Presiding Officer. And also a subject for an omnibus motion. These are all executive orders from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon. Item number 26 to 29. Item number 26 is Committee Report number 2026-H-083, to which is referred Executive Order number 006 series of 2026, entitled An Order Supporting the Implementation of Department Memorandum number 2025-0573 on the interim guidelines for the measles rubella supplemental immunization activity, or SIA, and vitamin A administration for calendar year 2026, and creating the Municipal Immunization Task Force, or ITF, of Baongon, Bukidnon. Item number 27 is Committee Report number 2026-H-084 of the 28th SP, to which is referred Executive Order number 032 series of 2026, dated on May 19, 2026, entitled An Order Creating the Council of Local Policy on a Functional Local AIDS Council in the Municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon, in compliance with Section 19 of the Implementing Rules and Regulations of Republic Act number 11166. Item number 28 is Committee Report number 2026-H-085, to which is referred Executive Order number 033 series of 2026, dated May 19, 2026, entitled An Order Adopting Presidential Decree number 856, otherwise known as the Sanitation Code of the Philippines, and Department of Health Administrative Order number 2019-0054, otherwise known as the Guidelines on the Implementation of the Philippine Approach to Sustainable Sanitation in the Municipality of Baongon. And item number 29 is Committee Report number 2026-H-086, to which is referred Executive Order number 034 series of 2026, dated May 19, 2026, entitled An Order Adopting Republic Act number 9211, otherwise known as the Tobacco Regulation Act, Executive Order number 26 series of 2016, otherwise known as the Establishment of Smoke-Free Environments in Public and Enclosed Spaces, and Executive Order number 106 series of 2020, also known as Prohibiting the Manufacture, Distribution, Marketing, and Sale of Unregistered ENDS, ENDS or ENNDS or HTPS, and novel tobacco products in the Municipality of Baongon. So moving for the omnibus motion of the approval of these four items under the from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 30, Mr. Presiding Officer, from the Committee on Health, to which is referred Ordinance number 33-2026, series of 2026, approved on May 7, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Strengthening the HIV, AIDS, and STI Prevention, Treatment, Care, and Support Program of the Municipality of Cabanglasan, repealing for its purpose the Cabanglasan AIDS Prevention and Control Ordinance of 2014, and for other purposes. Mr. Presiding Officer, the committee recognizes that the subject ordinance is anchored on Section 2, Paragraph A of RA 11166, otherwise known as the Philippine HIV and AIDS Policy Act, which mandates the state to establish policies and programs to prevent the spread of HIV and deliver treatment, care, and support services to Filipinos living with HIV in accordance with evidence-based strategies and approaches that uphold the principles of human rights, gender responsiveness, and age appropriateness, including meaningful participation of communities affected by the country's HIV and AIDS situation. Mr. Presiding Officer, the committee, after review, hereby recommend to approve Ordinance Number 33-2026, Series of 2026, approved on May 7, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon, for being proper in order and within the competence of the Sangguniang Bayan concerned to pass. So recommended, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 31 and 32, Mr. Presiding Officer, another omnibus motion. These are all executive order from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Damulog, Bukidnon. Item number 31 is committee report number 2026-H-088, to which was referred Executive Order number 11, Series of 2025, dated on June 4, 2025, entitled An Order Updating the Membership of the Committee on the Prevention and Control of Dengue in the municipality and implementing the same in the 17 barangays of Damulog, Bukidnon. Item number 32 is Committee Report number 2026-H-089, to which is referred Executive Order number 20, Series of 2025, dated on June 2, 2025, to which, entitled An Executive Order Reconstituting the Municipal Health Board of the Municipality of Damulog, identifying its members, their duties and functions, and for other purposes. Mr. Presiding Officer, an omnibus motion for the approval of these two items from all executive orders coming from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Damulog, Bukidnon. So moving, Mr. Chair.
There's an omnibus motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Last item, Mr. Chair, under the Committee on Health. Item number 33 is Ordinance number 2026-145, enacted on May 12, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Ipasugong, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Adopting and Strengthening the Implementation of the National Feeding Program pursuant to Republic Act 11037 in the Municipality of Ipasugong, Bukidnon, providing for the local support mechanisms, appropriating funds therefore, and for other purposes. Mr. Presiding Officer, the committee recognized that the ordinance is anchored on Republic Act number 11037, otherwise known as the Mas Sustansyang Pagkain para sa Batang Pilipino Act, which institutionalizes a national feeding program for undernourished children in daycare centers, kindergarten, and elementary schools, and mandates collaborating among the national government agencies and local government units. The committee found that while the national feeding program is already being implemented by the national government through concerned agencies, the active participation and support of the local government unit are essential in ensuring the effective and sustained implementation of the program at the local level. The establishment of local support mechanisms, coordination among stakeholders, and allocation of local resources will enhance the program's reach and effectiveness. Further, the committee opines that the enactment of the ordinance is consistent with the powers and responsibilities of the local government unit of Ipasugong under the local government code and serves the best interest of the municipality's children and their families. Mr. Presiding Officer, the committee, after review, hereby recommend for the approval of ordinance number 2026-145 from the 45th regular session enacted on May 12, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Ipasugong, Bukidnon, for being proper in order and within the competence of the Sangguniang Bayan concerned to pass. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Board Member Pipito.
Honorable Presiding Officer, proceeding to items number 34 to 37. For these four items, may we now recognize a gentleman from the 2nd Legislative District, the Chairman of the Committee on Appropriation, the Honorable Board Member, Attorney Holy Simon Santo.
Board Member Attorney Monsanto is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. This is committee report on the Committees on Appropriations. First is committee report number 2026-F-299/28 SP. Mr. Presiding Officer, this is a committee report to which was this is a committee report from the Committee on Appropriations to which was referred a letter received in this office on May 29, 2026 from Teresa G. Cominguez, Secretary of the Sangguniang Bayan, Office of the Sangguniang Bayan, Municipality of Basugong Bukidnon withdrawing the previously submitted Appropriation Ordinance Number 1, Series of 2025, entitled An Appropriation Authorizing the Supplemental Budget Number 1 of General Fund Calendar Year 2025 of the Municipal Government of Basugong Bukidnon in the total amount of 107,610,353 pesos due to lacking documents and other appropriate attachment to the change. The findings: the withdrawal was made due to the need to correct and complete the supporting documents and other appropriate attachment required for the evaluation and review of the ordinance. Thus, in view of the foregoing, the committee recommends that the withdrawal of the said Appropriation Ordinance Number 1, Series of 2025 be acknowledged and accepted without prejudice to its resubmission upon completion and submission of the necessary supporting documents and attachment in accordance with the existing laws, rules, and regulations. The committee hereby recommend for the approval of the withdrawal, Mr. Presiding Officer, with the issuance of the corresponding resolution to that effect. Moving for the approval of this committee report.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Next to be considered is Resolution Number 374 of the 60th SB Series of 2026, dated March 23, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kitao, Bukidnon, entitled A Resolution Adopting the Municipal Comprehensive Development Plan, Calendar Year 2026 to 2031, and the Local Development Investment Program, Calendar Year 2026 to 2031 also, of the Municipality of Kitao, Bukidnon. As to the findings, the resolution aims to adopt Municipal Comprehensive Development Plan and the Local Development Investment Program of Kitao, Bukidnon. Based on the assessment conducted using the BLGD CAT Form 1-B Assessment Tool Checklist, the committee finds that the Enhanced Comprehensive Development Plan of LGU Kitao achieved a rating of full compliance. The CDP substantially complies with the requirement of DILG Memorandum Circular 2021-037, demonstrates a participatory planning process, and effectively integrates climate change and disaster risk reduction considerations. While the plan is technically sound and comprehensive, improvements may still be made in EIP, LDIP traceability, EPSFM risk scoring, environmental indicators, and data consolidation to further enhance planning effectiveness. Thus, the committee, after review, hereby recommend for the approval of Resolution Number 374 of the 60th SB Series of 2026, dated March 23, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kitao, Bukidnon, subject to the consideration of the identified areas for improvement to further strengthen future planning and implementation process. So recommended, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Next is Resolution Number 2026-355, dated April 8, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled A Resolution Approving and Adopting the Comprehensive Development Plan, Calendar Year 2026 to 2031, and Local Development Investment Program, Calendar Year 2026 to 2028, of the Municipality of Maramag, Bukidnon. Findings: the resolution aims to improve and adopt Comprehensive Development Plan and Local Development Investment Program dated April 8, 2026 of the Municipality of Maramag, Bukidnon. Based on the assessment conducted using the BLGD CAT Form 1-B Assessment Tool Checklist, the committee finds that the Enhanced Comprehensive Development Plan of LGU Maramag rated full compliance with a partial compliance noted in specific areas. The ecological profile substantially presents the required sectoral information. However, discussions remain largely descriptive and require stronger analysis of development issues, gaps, vulnerabilities, and LGU's responses. No greenhouse gas inventory results were presented. Partial compliance is noted in the EPSFM and VRG analysis were combined, but vulnerability and risk assessments were not clearly established. Several observed conditions, particularly on pages 198-206, are not clearly linked to the proposed PPAs. Inputs for the infrastructure sector, including corresponding capacity development interventions, were also incomplete. While some PPAs are responsive to identified issues and gaps, several interventions lack linkage to the ecological profile and LDIS. It is also recommended to integrate proposed Don Marquis economic zone into the policy options and PPAs to ensure alignment, and consistency in the development framework. Thus, the committee, after review, hereby recommend for the approval of Resolution number 2026-335, dated April 8, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Maramag, Bukidnon, subject to the observations for considerations in the future updating and refinement of the CDCP. Recommending for the approval of this committee report with the corresponding issuance of the resolution, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Last is Resolution number 2026-375 of the 17th ISB, 42nd regular session dated April 27, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kadingilan, Bukidnon, entitled A Resolution Endorsing to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Bukidnon through the Provincial Planning and Development Coordinator, the Municipal Comprehensive Development Plan and Local Development Investment Program for the planning period 2026 to 2021 of the Municipality of Kadingilan. As to the findings, upon review, it was noted that LGU of Kadingilan has no updated comprehensive development plan, but there is a need to update the local development investment program for calendar year 2026 to 2028. In view of this, it is recommended that the LGU provide the Provincial Planning and Development Office with a copy of the updated LDIP for calendar year 2026 to 2028, together with the duly approved Sangguniang Bayan Resolution adopting the LDIP to ensure compliance with planning and documentation requirements. The committee, after review, hereby recommend that Resolution number 2026-375, dated April 27, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kadingilan, Bukidnon, be referred back to its origins for compliance with the aforementioned findings and submission of the required documents. Moving for the adoption of this committee report and the issuance of the corresponding resolution to that effect, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Board Member Attorney Monsanto. Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer, proceeding to item number 38, the committee report in the Committee on Indigenous Cultural Communities, Indigenous People. The chairman of the committee, Honorable Presiding Officer, may we now recognize our IPMR, the Honorable Board Member Dato Renato Isumbungan.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. And thank you, Majority Floor Leader. Thank you sa mga August body and mga staff. Committee's report number 01019 28 SP, the Committee of Indigenous Cultural Communities, Indigenous Peoples, to which was referred Executive Order number 01014, Series of 2026, dated February 27, 2026, issued by the Municipal Mayor of Boongon, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Designating the Indigenous Peoples Focal Person for the Implementation of Kalahi CIDSS Panahon ng Pagkilos Philippine Community Resilience Project in the Municipality of Boongon. Have considered the same, hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendation. Comments and findings. Upon review and deliberation, the committee found that the Executive Order 6, formally designated to Indigenous People's Focal Person to ensure the effective implementation of the Kalahi CIDSS Philippine Community Resilience Project within the Municipality of Boongon. The committee further found that the designation of the IP focal person strengthen the coordination and ensure that project planning, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation are carried out in the manner that are cultural appropriate, inclusive, and responsive to the needs of the indigenous cultural communities. Likewise, the executive order support the objectives of Republic Act number 8371, otherwise known as the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act of 1997, by promoting the participation and presentation of indigenous peoples in programs and projects affecting their communities. Recommendation. The committee, after due deliberation and careful study, hereby recommend for the approval of Executive Order Number 1014, Series of 2026, dated February 27, 2026, from the Office of the Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, for being proper in order and within the competence the local chief executive concerned and promulgate. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Board Member Sangguniang.
Honorable Presiding Officer, proceeding to item number 39 to 50 for these 12 items, may we now recognize and gentleman from the 4th Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member, Attorney Oliver Owen Baba Garcia.
Board Member Attorney Owen is recognized. Omnibus Japon.
Thank you very much, Presiding Officer, to our Majority Floor Leader, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, mga bisita, mga mayong tao nga niya sulod sa Sangguniang Panlalawigan, mayong hapon sa atong tanan. Items 39, 40, and 41 are all ordinances coming from the Municipality of Cabanglasan. And they are covered by Committee Reports number 308, 309, and 310 of the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights, which are entitled Ordinance Prohibiting Online Sexual Abuse and Exploitation of Children, Ordinance Regulating the Speed Limit Within the Premises of the Public Market, and Ordinance Declaring the Last Day of March as the official culmination program of the National Women's Month, respectively. The committee, after careful study, found that all the three ordinances are proper, in order, and within the scope of the Sangguniang Bayan to enact. Omnibus motion, therefore, Mr. Chair, to approve the three ordinances subject to style. So moving.
There's an omnibus motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Items 42, 43, 44, and 45 are Committee Reports number 311, 312, 313, and 314 of the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights, covering 4 executive orders from the Municipal Mayor of the Mulog and Don Carlos, respectively, entitled Executive Order Designating the LGU Compliance Officer and Establishment of Compliance Mechanism section under the Municipal Mayor Office of the Mulog. Number 2 is Executive Order Designating an Anti-Sexual Harassment Desk Officer for Don Carlos Integrated Bus Terminal and Public Market Areas. Number 3, Executive Order Reconstituting the Municipal Disposal Committee in the Municipality of Don Carlos. And finally, number 4, Executive Order Suspending the Conduct of Flea Market, Tabo-Tabo, in the public market premises from March 30 to April 5, 2026. The committee, after careful study, found all the 4 executive orders to be proper, in order, and within the competence of the local chief executive concerned to promulgate. Therefore, omnibus motion to approve all 4 executive orders subject to style. So moving, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Dito ra taman. Isa-isaon na rin eh. Item number 46 is Committee Report number L-315 of the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights, to which was referred Ordinance number 8, Series of 2026, approved on May 4, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kibawi, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Adopting the Updated Rates of Traveling Allowance for Official Local Travel of Municipal Officials and Employees of the Municipality of Kibawi, Bukidnon, and for other purposes. Sana all have considered the same and hereby submit the findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. The ordinance establishes the updated traveling allowance rates for the municipal officials and employees of the Municipality of Kibawi, Bukidnon who are authorized to travel for official business. The measure aims to provide reasonable and standardized travel support in response to increasing transportation and incidental expenses and prescribed rates based on destination, duration, and nature of official travel. The ordinance is supported by Republic Act number 7160 or the Local Government Code of 1991, which authorizes local government units to manage, administrative and financial matters, and Executive Order Number 77, Series of 2019, together with applicable Department of Budget and Management guidelines governing official local travel and reimbursement of expenses. The committee finds that the adoption of updated traveling allowance rates promotes efficiency in government operations and ensure that municipal officials and employees are adequately supported in the performance of official duties while maintaining compliance with existing budgeting and accounting rules. The committee finds the ordinance consistent with existing laws and administrative issuances and within the authority of the Sangguniang Bayan to establish reasonable traveling allowance rates in support of efficient and responsive public service. Recommendations. The committee, after careful study, hereby recommend for the approval of Ordinance Number 8, Series of 2026, approved on May 4, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Bukidnon for being proper, in order, and within the scope of the Sangguniang Bayan to enact. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 47 is Committee Report number 316 of the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights, to which was referred Ordinance number 16th SB, Series of 2026, approved on April 15, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kitaw-Taw, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Requiring All Persons, Firms, or Corporations Involved in the Construction, Repair, or Demolition of Buildings or any structure to post the building permit number at the site, authorizing barangay officials to detect and report illegal construction and providing penalties for violation thereof. Have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. The ordinance institutionalizes a local regulatory mechanism requiring all individuals, entities, and contractors undertaking construction, alteration, repair, renovation, or demolition of structures within the municipality of Kitaw-Taw to conspicuously post their issued building permit number at the project site. It further designates barangay officials as frontline monitors tasked to observe ongoing construction activities, identify suspected unauthorized developments, issue initial notices, and coordinate with the municipal building office for enforcement action. The ordinance likewise establishes penalties and administrative measures for non-compliance to strengthen local oversight of construction activities. The ordinance derives legal authority primarily from the police powers and delegated regulatory functions of local government units under the Local Government Code of 1991. Specifically, Section 16 of the General Welfare Clause empowers municipalities to enact measures necessary to promote public safety, order, and welfare. Sections 444 and 447 further authorize municipal officials and the Sangguniang Bayan to regulate building activities and enforce local ordinances. In addition, the ordinance operationalizes and supplements compliance with Presidential Decree number 1096 or the National Building Code of the Philippines, which requires the securing of building permits prior to commencement of construction activities. The ordinance appears to be a valid exercise of municipal power because it does not create a new substantive permit requirement but instead enhances enforcement of existing national building regulations through local implementation measures by requiring visible permit posting and involving barangay authorities in monitoring. The ordinance improves transparency, encourages community participation, and facilitates early detection of illegal or non-compliant construction. The delegation of monitoring functions to barangay officials remain administrative in nature and does not appear to usurp the technical authority of the municipal engineer or building office. The imposition of penalties likewise serves as a deterrent purpose and supports orderly land use and public safety objectives. The ordinance is legally supportable as a complementary local regulatory measure intended to strengthen enforcement of national building standards at the municipal level. Its provisions align with the municipality's delegated authority under the Local Government Code and reflect a legitimate exercise of police power directed toward ensuring safe, lawful, and accountable construction activities within municipal jurisdiction. Recommendation: the committee, after careful study, hereby recommend for the approval of Ordinance Number 6, 16th SB, Series of 2026, approved on April 15, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kitaw-Taw, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within the scope of the Sangguniang to enact. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 48 is committee report of the Committee on Laws, Justice and Human Rights number 317, to which was referred ordinance number 1105, series of 2026, approved on May 4, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Malaybalay City, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Reenacting Ordinance number 1079, series of 2026, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting Online Sexual Abuse and Exploitation of Children and Child Sexual Abuse or Exploitation Materials in the City of Malaybalay, instituting programs for its prevention and eradication and providing penalties thereafter establishing a supportive environment for child victims and providing funds thereof, incorporating the recommendations of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. Have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. The committee finds that the ordinance is intended to enhance the city government's existing mechanism in addressing online sexual abuse and exploitation of children, OSAEC, and child sexual abuse or exploitation materials, CSAM, through the implementation of preventive, protective, rehabilitative, and enforcement measures at the local level. The measure likewise established support services for victims and ensure the availability of funding for the effective and sustained implementation of programs against child exploitation. The ordinance is legally anchored on Republic Act number 11930, otherwise known as the Anti-Online Sexual Abuse or Exploitation of Children and Anti-Child Sexual Abuse or Exploitation Materials Act, which directs local government units to enact ordinances that localize efforts to prevent and address OSAIC and CSAM, including the establishment of community-based programs, public education initiatives, and rehabilitation and reintegration services for child victims. Further, the ordinance derives support from Republic Act number 7610, or the Special Protection of Children Against Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act, which affirms the state's policy of providing special protection to children against all forms of abuse, exploitation, and conditions prejudicial to their development. The committee finds that the ordinance is a valid exercise of the city government's authority under the General Welfare Clause and police power to enact measures promoting public welfare and child protection. Hence, the measure complements national legislation and provides a localized framework to effectively address online sexual exploitation within the city. Recommendation: the committee, after careful study, hereby recommend for the approval of ordinance number 1105, series of 2026, approved on May 4, 2026, of the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Malaybalay City, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within the scope of the Sangguniang to enact. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Last na, no? 49?
50.
Item number 49. Committee report number 318 of the Committee on Laws, Justice and Human Rights, to which was referred ordinance number 20, series of 2025, enacted on October 20, 2025, the Sangguniang Bayan of Pangantucan, entitled An Ordinance Establishing a Night Market in the Municipality of Pangantucan, Bukidnon, providing guidelines for its operation, management, and regulation. Have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings: the ordinance establishes a night market in the municipality of Pangantucan under the supervision of the Local Economic Enterprise Authority and the Night Market Committee to regulate its operation, management, and vendor participation. The measure aims to provide livelihood opportunities, promote tourism, stimulate local economic activity, and ensure public order, sanitation, and safety. This measure is consistent with Section 17 of Republic Act number 7160, or the Local Government Code 1991, which authorizes local government units to promote economic development, regulate business activities, and provide facilities and services for public welfare and local enterprise. The ordinance likewise provides penalties for violations and complies with publication requirement under Section 59C of the Local Government Code 1991, thereby satisfying the condition for its effectivity and enforceability. Hence, the committee finds that the institutionalizing the night market establishes a structured and lawful mechanism to support local entrepreneurship while ensuring regulatory compliance and substantial economic activity within the municipality. Recommendation: The committee, after careful study, hereby recommend for the approval of Ordinance Number 20, Series of 2025, enacted on October 20, 2025, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Pangantukan, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within the scope of the Sangguniang to enact. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Finally, item number 50, Committee Report number L-319 of the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights, to which was referred Ordinance number 52, Series of 2026, approved on April 6, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Pangantukan, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing the Fire Olympics to be held every June 26 of every year in the Municipality of Pangantukan, Bukidnon. Have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. The Fire Olympics shall consist of fire safety drills, emergency response simulations, firefighting skills competition, educational activities, and other related events designed to enhance public awareness and strengthen interagency coordination in fire prevention and suppression. It is intended to be conducted annually on June 26 as a regular institutional activity. This initiative is anchored on Republic Act 9514, the Fire Code of the Philippines of 2008, which mandates the strengthening of fire prevention and suppression programs, and Republic Act number 10121, Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Act of 2010, which promotes capacity building, preparedness, and coordinated emergency response among agencies and communities. It is also supported by Republic Act number 7160, or the Local Government Code, which authorizes LGUs to promote public safety and general welfare within their jurisdiction. The Fire Olympics directly supports national policy by enhancing preparedness, improving firefighting skills, and promoting coordination among local emergency responders. Institutionalizing its annual conduct ensures sustained training, continuous public education on fire safety, and improved operational readiness of response teams, thereby reducing fire-related risk and losses. Hence, it is necessary and appropriate to institutionalize the annual conduct of the Fire Olympics every June 26 to strengthen fire prevention awareness, emergency preparedness, and interagency coordination within the municipality. Recommendation: the committee, after careful study, hereby recommend for the approval of Ordinance number 52, Series of 2026, approved on April 6, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Pangantukan, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within the scope of the Sangguniang Bayan to enact. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved. Thank you, Board Member Attorney Garcia.
Honorable Presiding Officer, proceeding to item number 51. This is in the Committee on the Public Service, Utilities, and Transportation. May we now recognize a gentleman from the 1st Legislative District, the Chairman of the Committee, the Honorable Board Member Eliser is Unahon.
Board Member Eliser Unahon is recognized. Newly died. Newly died.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer and Majority Floor Leader. Committee report of the Committee on Public Services, Utilities, and Transportation. Mr. Chairman, the Committee on Public Services, Utilities, and Transportation, to which was referred Ordinance number 2026-163 of the 43rd regular session enacted on April 28, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Impasugong, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Amending Ordinance number 2025-157, entitled An Ordinance Imposing New Fare Rate for Motorila and Trike or BAO in the Municipality of Impasugong, Bukidnon, have considered the same and do hereby submit their comments, findings, and recommendations. Comments and findings. The ordinance seeks to adjust and establish a fluctuating fare matrix for motorillas and trikes, trika, bao within the municipality of Ipasugong. The committee finds that the ordinance is pursuant to Section 16 of Republic Act number 7160 otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, which provides that every local government unit shall exercise the powers expressly granted, those necessarily implied therefrom, as well as powers necessary, appropriate, or incidental for its efficient and effective governance, and those which are essential to the promotion of the general welfare. Furthermore, the committee noted that under Section 447 of Republic Act 7160, the Sangguniang Bayan is explicitly authorized to subject the guidelines prescribed by the Department of Transportation and Communications, regulate the operations of tricycles, and grant franchise for the operation thereof within the territorial jurisdiction of the municipality, which inherently encompasses the authority to prescribe, adjust, and regulate reasonable public transport fare rates within the borders. Ultimately, this committee recognizes the continuous increase in fuel prices and operational expenses directly impacts the livelihood of local drivers and operations. By implementing a responsive bracket-based fare system, the ordinance successfully balances economic sustainability for transport workers. Recommendations: the committee, after careful study, hereby recommends for the approval of ordinance number 2026-163 of the 43rd regular session enacted on April 28, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Impasuong, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within the competence of the Sangguniang Bayan concerned to pass. So recommended, Your Honor.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Board Member Sir Unahan.
Honorable Presiding Officer, proceeding to items number 52 and 53 for these two items, may we now recognize the gentleman from the 2nd Legislative District, the Chairman of the Committee on Ways and Means, Trade and Industry. Honorable Presiding Officer, the Honorable Board Member, Marlon Brando Dinlayan.
Board Member Marlon Dinlayan is recognized.
Thank you, distinguished Majority Floor Leader, Honorable Presiding Officer, to all my fellow members in this esteemed body, to all the staff, kanialan, may bandagway, mahapon. I have the honor to present two committee reports from the Committee on Ways and Means, Trade and Industry for the consideration and approval of this august chamber. Mr. Presiding Officer, the first item, the Committee on Ways and Means, Trade and Industry, to which was referred ordinance number 07 series of 2026, approved on April 8, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kibawi, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Temporarily Suspending the Collection of Terminal Fees in the Municipality of Kibawi, Bukidnon for a period of 2 months due to energy crisis, and providing for automatic revocation upon normalization of the situation, have considered the same and hereby submit its findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings: the ordinance seeks to temporarily cease the imposition and collection of terminal fees in the municipality of Kibawi for 2 months. That applies to all public transport terminals owned, operated, or regulated by the municipality as it experiences the effects of the energy crisis, resulting in increased operational costs for drivers and operators. Executive Order number 110, series of 2026, declaring a state of national energy emergency and authorizing the Unified Package for Livelihoods, Industry, Food, and Transport, recognizes the existence of an energy crisis due to the conflict experienced in the Middle East and adopts measures to mitigate its adverse effects to the public. Section 192 of Republic Act 7160 states that the local government units may, through ordinances, duly approved grant tax exemptions, incentives, or reliefs under such terms and conditions as they may deem necessary. The ordinance shall be automatically revoked prior to the end of the 2-month period whenever the effects of Executive Order Number 118, Series of 2026 are lifted, expire, or cease. It shall likewise be revoked upon a resolution of the Sangguniang Bayan or upon a certification or declaration from the municipal mayor or competent authority stating that the energy crisis has normalized. Recommendation. Considering the foregoing, the committee hereby recommend for the approval of Ordinance Number 07, Series of 2026, approved on April 8, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kibawi, Bukidnon, for being in accordance with law and within the authority of the Sangguniang concerned to enact. So recommended, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
The last item, Ordinance Number 073, Series of 2026, approved on April 14, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Sumilao, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Governing the Operation, Management, and Maintenance of Barangay Poblacion Sumilao Water System, PSWS, by the local government unit of Sumilao, Bukidnon, and prescribing the water rates or tariff thereof, have considered the same and hereby submit its findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. The ordinance seeks to officially endorse the full operation and rehabilitation, including the maintenance or preservation of services for the water system from Barangay Poblacion to the local government unit in the municipality of Sumilao, Bukidnon, for the access and availability of safe, potable, and affordable water, which is a priority concern for its citizens and establishments in the area. Section 2 of Republic Act 9275, otherwise known as the Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004, provides that the state shall pursue a policy of economic growth in a manner consistent with the protection, preservation, and revival of the quality of our fresh, brackish, and marine waters. Section 2B of the same act mandates the state to formulate an integrated water quality management framework through proper delegation and effective coordination of functions and activities. Section 186 of Republic Act 7160 states that local government units may exercise the power to levy taxes, fees, or charges on any base or subject not otherwise specifically enumerated herein or tax under the provisions of the National Internal Revenue Code as amended or other applicable laws, provided that the taxes, fees, or charges shall not be unjust, excessive, oppressive, confiscatory, or contrary to declared national policy. Provided further that the ordinance levying such taxes, fees, or charges shall not be enacted without any prior public hearing conducted for the purpose. The incumbent local officers of Barangay Poblacion, pursuant to Barangay Resolution Number 055, Series of 2025, passed on December 3, 2025, after consultation with their constituents, decided the endorsement of the operation, management, and maintenance of the water system to the local government unit of the municipality of Sumilao due to financial constraints and technical capabilities in dealing with the worsening status of the water system. The Municipal Economic Enterprise and Development Office, MEEDO, of Sumilao, which presently handles the water system of Barangay Kisolon and Barangay San Vicente in the municipality, having the required technical capacity and broader financial options is willing to operate and rehabilitate the barangay population water system to ensure the stable and sustainable water system of barangay population and suggest a clear and thorough policies on operation, tariff rates, setting, financial management, and accountability to ensure the sustainability through a legislative measure promulgated by its Sangguniang Bayan. Recommendation. Considering the foregoing, the committee hereby recommend for the approval of Ordinance Number 073, Series of 2026, approved on April 14, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Sumilao, Bukidnon, for being in accordance with law and within the authority of the Sangguniang concerned to enact. Recommended, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding
Thank
Officer.
you, Board Member Marlon Dinlayan.
Honorable
Dutiful Leader.
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer, proceeding to items number 53 and 54 for these two items. This will be reported to us by the Chairman of the Committee on Youth, Sport Development. Honorable Presiding Officer, our ISKIFED, the Honorable Board Member Ria Luis Linas.
Board Member Elu Linas is recognized. Mami, go ahead, Mami.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer and Mr. Majority Floor Leader. Mr. Chairman, the Committee on Youth and Sports Development, to which was referred Ordinance Number 1096 of 10th Sangguniang Panglungsod 36th Regular Session approved on March 31, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panglungsod of Malaybalay City, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing the Celebration of the Youth Week in the City of Malaybalay every second week of August, providing mandatory sports, talent, skills, and knowledge enhancement programs and activities, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. Have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendation. The committee find that the ordinance seeks to institutionalize the annual celebration of Youth Week in the City of Malaybalay as a venue for promoting youth participation, leadership development, civic engagement, volunteerism, sportsmanship, and talent enhancement. Through the conduct of mandatory sports, talent, skills, and knowledge enhancement programs and activities, the measure provides opportunities for young people to actively participate in activities that contribute to their personal growth and development as productive members of society. The ordinance is consistent with Article 2, Section 13 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, which recognized the vital role of the youth in nation building and mandates the state to promote and protect their physical, moral, spiritual, intellectual, and social well-being. The institutionalization of Youth Week serves as a concrete mechanism through which the local government can advance this constitutional mandate and provide meaningful opportunities for youth engagement. The committee further observes that the measure complements the objectives of Republic Act 11913, otherwise known as the National Youth Day Act, which recognizes the importance of youth participation in nation building and promotes activities that empower and develop the youth sector by institutionalizing a youth week celebration during the month of August. The city government of Malaybalay reinforces the national observance of National Youth Day and strengthens local efforts and foster youth leadership, volunteerism, and civic responsibility. Recommendations. Considering the foregoing, the committee, after thorough review and study, hereby recommend for the approval of Ordinance Number 1096, 10th Sangguniang Panglungsod of the 36th Regular Session approved on March 31, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panglungsod of Malaybalay City, Bukidnon, for being proper and in order within the competence of the Sangguniang Panglungsod concerned to us. I so move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
last committee report, Mr. Chair, the Committee on Youth and Sport Development, to which was referred Municipal Ordinance number 16 of SB 2026-02, approved on April 30, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Quezon, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Establishing the Kabatanunan sa Quezon Collaborative Space and Tent Center in the Municipality of Quezon, Bukidnon, appropriating funds thereof and for other purposes, have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. So comments, the committee find that the ordinance seeks to establish the Kabatanunan sa Quezon Collaboration Space and Teen Center. Ano siya? K-Collab? K-Collab? Ay,
QLab.
KQ-Lab or KQ-Lab as a dedicated facility that will serve as a venue for youth development, leadership formation, skills enhancement, learning activities, counseling services, capacity building program, and other youth-related initiatives in the municipality of Quezon. The establishment of such a facility recognizes the need for a safe, accessible, and youth-friendly environment where young people can actively participate in programs that contribute for their personal growth and community involvement. The measure is consistent with Article 2, Section 13 of 1987 Philippine Constitution, which recognizes the vital role of the youth in nation building and mandates the state to promote and protect their physical, moral, spiritual, intellectual mechanism through and social well-being. The creation of a youth-centered facility provides a concrete mechanism through which the local government can support the holistic development of young people and encourage their meaningful participation in community affairs. The committee further observes that the ordinance support the objectives of Republic Act 1910-74, two other known as the Sangguniang Kabataan Reform Act of 2015, which promotes youth participation in the governance and encourage program and initiatives that enhance leadership, civic engagement, and youth empowerment. The proposed KQ Lab may serve as a venue for meetings, consultations, training, and activities involving the Sangguniang Kabataan, local youth development council, youth-serving organizations, and other stakeholders. Recommendations: considering the foregoing, the committee, after thorough review and study, hereby recommend for the approval of Municipal Ordinance Number 16, SB 2026-02, approved on April 30, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Quezon, Bukidnon, for being proper in order within the competence of the Sangguniang Bayan concerned to pass. I so move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Board Member Linas.
Honorable Presiding Officer, may we now proceed to our new business for the day for item number 56. May we now recognize our IPMR, the Honorable Board Member Dato Renato A. Sumbongan.
Board Member Dato Sumbungan is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you for Majority Leader. From the Committee of Indigenous Peoples Mandatory Representative, proposed resolution 208-2026, 28 SB, series of 2026. A resolution acknowledging, recognizing, and affirming the legitimacy of municipal and city tribal chieftain as a duly recognized traditional leaders and representative of the Tribal Council of Elders and Leaders and the genuine indigenous cultural communities, indigenous peoples in the province of Bukidnon. Authored by Dato Isumbungan. Whereas the Republic Act number 8371, otherwise known as the Indigenous Peoples' Right, and IPRA of 1997, recognize and promote the rights of indigenous cultural communities, indigenous peoples, to self-governance, self-determination, cultural integrity, social justice, and protection of their ancestral domain. Whereas the indigenous cultural communities, indigenous peoples belonging to the Bukidnon, Higoonon, Talaandig, Manubo, Matigsalog, Tiguhanon, and Umayamnon tribe have continuously maintained the traditional leadership system through the respective tribal chieftains, tribal council of elders, leaders, and indigenous political structure. Whereas the municipal tribal chieftain served as the duly recognized traditional leaders and representative of respective tribal council of elders and the leaders of indigenous communities in accordance with the customary laws and the tradition and practices. Whereas the tribal council of elders, the leaders, are recognized customary institutional to preserve indigenous governance, conflict resolution mechanism, peace building processes, cultural heritage, and community welfare. Whereas the primary purpose to resolution is not to create, appoint, designate, remove, or replace tribal chieftain, but merely to identify, acknowledge, recognize, and affirm legitimacy of those who have been traditionally selected, accepted, and recognized by the respective ICC accordance with the customary laws, tradition, practices, and indigenous political structure. The province of Bukidnon is composed of the cities of Malaybalay, Valencia Municipality of Baongon, Cabanglasan, Damulog, Dangkagan, Don Carlos, Impasugong, Kadingilan, Kalilangan, Kibawi, Kitataw, Lantapan, Libuna, Malitbog, Manolo Fortich, Maramag, Pangantukan, Quezon, San Fernando, Sumilao, and Talakag. Whereas there are municipalities and cities where the position of tribal chieftains be vacant under the validation subject to succession or pending recognition pursuant to the customary laws, tradition, practices, and indigenous political structure. Whereas the need of Sangguniang Panlalawigan, Bukidnon to formally consider and adopt policy recognizing the legitimacy of municipal and tribal chieftains, tribal councils of elders and leaders, and genuine ICC IPS community as the expression of the province of commitment to the to indigenous self-governance, cultural integrity, and the recognition of customary leadership system under Republic Act number 8371. Now therefore, be it resolved, and I hereby propose and endorsed by the Honorable Dato Renato Isambungan to Provincial Indigenous Peoples Mandatory Representative, IPMR, for the consideration approval of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Bukidnon, that the province of Bukidnon shall acknowledge, recognize, and affirm legitimacy of the municipal and tribal chieftain of the duly recognized traditional leaders and representative of tribal council of elders, leaders, and the genuine indigenous cultural community, indigenous peoples of the province of Bukidnon. Resolved further, that upon approval of this resolution, the name of the municipal and city tribal chieftains acknowledged to the respective tribal council of elders and leaders as validated by National Commission Indigenous Peoples (NCIP) shall be reflected in Annex E, attached hereto, and made an integral part of this resolution. So further, that the recognition granted under the resolution shall extend the tribal chieftain subsequently selected, installed, affirmed, validated, recognized to the customary process of the concerned ICC, endorsed by the concerned tribal council of elders and leaders, acknowledged by the NCIP within a necessity and enacting a new resolution. So finally, that copies of the proposed resolution upon approval, the furnished Office of the Governor, the NCIP, all component cities and municipalities of Bukidnon, and all concerned tribal council of elders and leaders for their information and appropriate action. I so move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Board Member Sumbungan.
Honorable Presiding Officer, proceeding to items number 57, 58, and 59. For these three items, may we now recognize and gentleman from the 2nd Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Bobby J. Dinlayan.
Board Member Bob J. Dinlayan is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you, Majority Floor, and to my colleagues and staff. Mr. Presiding Officer, I would like to move an omnibus motion for these three resolutions. Item 57 to 59. Resolutions number 209-2026, resolution number 210-2026, and resolution number 211-2026 of the 28 SP series of 2026. A resolution commending and congratulating Bukidnon pickleball athletes Crisel Kate Pon, Fervin Rubinyol, Gabriel Nilsson for their outstanding performance and for bringing honor to the province of Bukidnon during the World Pickleball Championship or WPC Asia Pickleball Open 2026 at Bangkok, Thailand. Authored by this representation, first, Crisel Kate Pon, a gold medalist in mixed doubles with partner Fervin Rubinyol, silver medalist in women's singles, and bronze medalist in women's doubles with partner Sami Abis. Second, Fervin Rubinyol, gold medalist in men's doubles with partner Gabriel Nilsson, gold medalist in mixed doubles with partner Crisel Kate Pon, and bronze medalist in men's singles. Last but not the least, Gabriel Nilsson, a gold medalist in men's doubles with partner Fervin Rubinyol. Now, therefore, on motion of this representation, and duly seconded by the members present, be it resolved, as it is hereby resolved, to commend and congratulate Bukidnon pickleball athletes, Crisel Kate Pon, Fervin Rubinyol, and Gabriel Nilsson for their outstanding performance and for bringing honor to the province of Bukidnon during the World Pickleball Championship, Asia Pickleball Open 2026 at Bangkok, Thailand. So, moving for the approval of these three above-mentioned resolutions, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Board Member Bobby J. Dinlayan.
Honorable Presiding Officer, proceeding to item number 60 and 61, may we now recognize the gentleman from the 2nd Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Marlon Brando Dinlayan for these two items.
Board Member Marlon Dinlayan is recognized.
Thank you once again, distinguished Majority Floor Leader, Honorable Presiding Officer, to all my fellow esteemed board members. My first proposed resolution number 212-2026, a resolution commending and congratulating Ms. Jana Vibs R. Balaman for achieving the distinction of summa cum laude, being the first graduate to attain such honor from the College of Business Accountancy Department of the Bukidnon State University, sponsored by this representation. Whereas Bukidnon State University continues to produce outstanding individuals who bring pride and honor to the province through academic excellence that truly deserves full recognition and support. Whereas Ms. Jana Vibs R. Balaman, 22 years old, a resident of Purok 2, Little Baguio, San Fernando, Bukidnon, has successfully completed her degree and graduated with the highest academic distinction as summa cum laude. Whereas this achievement is even more significant as she is the sole summa cum laude of Bukidnon State University class of 2026, the third in Boxos history since 1924, thereby setting a benchmark of excellence and a remarkable piece of history. Whereas she is the daughter of Mr. Joseph N. Balaman, a farmer, and Mrs. Elvera R. Balaman, an elementary teacher, and the second child in the brood of two. Whereas her academic journey is a testament to perseverance marked by consistent excellence, proved by her achievement as valedictorian during her daycare elementary, junior high school, and senior high school years. Whereas Ms. Jana Vives R. Balaman overcame profound personal adversities by being highly motivated and ambitious to achieve higher goals in life that lead to her academic performance. She continually strives to push beyond limits and was already trained to be compliant, dedicated, resilient, and teachable back in her younger days. Whereas this outstanding accomplishment reflects her dedication, discipline, perseverance, commitment, and excellence to her studies, bringing pride and honor not only to her family and the university, but also to the entire community. Whereas it is the policy of the Sangguniang to recognize and commend individuals who bring distinction to the locality and served as an inspiration to the youth and fellow citizens. Now, therefore, on motion of this representation and with the unanimous accord of all Sangguniang Panlalawigan members present, assembled in session, be it resolved as it is hereby resolved, a resolution commending and congratulating Ms. Jana Vives R. Balaman for achieving the distinction of summa cum laude, being the first graduate to attain such honor from the College of Business Accountancy Department of the Bukidnon State University. Resolved further that copies of this resolution be furnished to Ms. Jana Vives R. Balaman and to the Bukidnon State University, her alma mater, for information and reference. Moving for the approval of this resolution, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There is a motion?
Mr. Presiding Officer, yes?
Yes, Board Member Attorney.
Yes, before approving this resolution, Mr. Presiding, this is just some query, Mr. Chair, because this is the first time I receive or I read a resolution, Mr. Chair, a congratulatory resolution to an individual who academically achieved the summa cum laude honor, Mr. Presiding Officer, to a particular school. I was thinking that he, being a summa cum laude, has also some accomplishment with respect to any board examinations or whatever licensure examination she may have undertaken under the national level. But this one, Mr. Presiding Officer, refers to a distinction which pertains to her being a student of the Bukidnon State University. And sorry, but I disagree that it is a policy of the Sangguniang. That is not. Unless this individual achieves something at the national level that brings honor to the province of Bukidnon. If indeed she has, sorry for the word, if she has accomplished these things through her effort, through her ability, being a summa cum laude in the Bukidnon State University to the accountancy department is already an honor for herself, Mr. Presiding Officer. Because as far as summa cum laude is concerned, I believe there are several summa cum laudes also in the province of Bukidnon, graduating from different schools. Not necessarily here in the province of Bukidnon, probably in some other schools. That is why I am bringing this out. If what could be our policy here, because it was mentioned here that it is the policy of the Sangguniang to give honor to these summa cum laude graduates in the particular school. Because if there is none, then there can be no basis for this resolution, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Yes, Board Member Attorney Garcia.
My understanding also in the grant of
successful academic undertaking like board exams, topping the board exams because they have proven already their skills, their intelligence at the national level, having topped the regulatory examinations for their profession. Now, there are sometimes, no, kanang bitong nay summa cum laude, nay magna cum laude, nahagbog sa board exam. It happens, no? It happens kay sometimes they're so pressuring themselves na wala na hinon sila ka-concentrate. So, what if these things happen here? Although, kuha man kanang sa tawag ana speculative, but it happens. I have known of magna cum laude nga wa hinong kapasar sa board exam. Okay? So, ang ako lang is I don't know if really we have a policy to recognize all Latin honors in all the schools in the province of Bukidnon. Kay daghan ba na sila. So, I think this is a school recognition for their personal academic achievements. Kita recognizes their excellence when they top the national board examinations, because that is really bringing honor to the province of Bukidnon, being residents here. So at this point in time, I think kompa kanabang premature pa kay wa pa man. Now if she's gonna top the board exam for accountancy ba ni? Accountancy, then I will join the resolution nga ato siyang i-congratulate and i-honor din he. That's my take, no? Because I don't know if we grant Latin honor recognition in the chamber.
Comment from the chair, no? Actually, this is the first time that I heard.
Yeah.
Kay wala man dun nato na di ano. Kay if ever we will do so, maproblemahan ta. Knowing pila ka colleges ang nasa tibok Bukidnon, and dili sad pwede nga dili tanan nato hatagan once nga masugda nato. So siguro from the chair siguro pwede refer back siguro nato sa committee level for further study kung sa magani. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to manifest with a short explanation. Yes, with regard to my resolution, this is this is the third summa cum laude that happened here in the province of Bukidnon, in the Bukidnon State University since 1924. So rare lagi kay siya nga na mahimo og cum laude, and under Republic Act number 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, passing the congratulatory resolution, it indicated there that it is for the welfare, of our constituents. So particularly ato ang mga estudyante. So as the author of this sponsor of this representation, I would like to present that the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, we are recognizing the importance of giving due honor to individuals, diba? Groups or institutions whose achievements bring pride, inspiration, and positive impact to the community. So ako atong naon since 1924 for almost 102 years.
Yes, Mr. Presiding Officer, well, although under the local government code we have that authority to pass legislations or resolutions to that effect. But the key word is if it will bring honor to the locality where it represents. Because maybe in San Fernando, she came from San Fernando.
Little Baguio, San Fernando.
Or the recognition already given to the school. The school has already acknowledged and what do you call that? Appreciate the performance of the student being a summa cum laude. That's the point here. Although I'm just expressing this one, although I'm not really to be a spoiler as to the achievement of this student, but as far as the Sangguniang Panlalawigan is concerned, I think we have to consider some of those congratulatory resolutions that we may issue, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Just like in Manolo Fortich, no, they have an ordinance honoring the Latin honors within lang Manolo Fortich.
Okay. I understand, Mr. Presiding Officer. Of course, with the comments and clarifications of our fellow board members, and before I'm going to refer back to the committee, so I just want to again present my stand as the author of this resolution that under Republic Act 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, that we are granting the local legislative bodies the power to enact resolutions and ordinances that promote the welfare of our constituents, particularly in our province. So, okay, so with that, I'm going to. You withdraw? Oh, okay, so. As what suggested, so I'm going to I move to refer back to this resolution to the under the Committee on Education.
Committee on
Education, Mr.
Education.
Presiding Officer.
Under board member ka sinabi.
Oo,
committee.
sige. So, si board member na ni kasi sinabi. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
It was duly seconded. Motion approved. Thank you, board member Marlon Dinlayan.
Sige, salamat.
Majority Floor Leader? Oh.
Yeah. Item number 61. Akin ni, no? Murag ba si PD ni?
Okay, so with regard to the my second resolution concerning the proposed resolution again sponsored by this representation, I respectfully move to defer item number 61 under new business and refer the matter back to the Committee on Environmental Protection and Climate Preparedness for further review, evaluation, and appropriate recommendation. Monthly? Ha? Lagi. Sige lang kay, I'm going to refer back lang sa kay, muwato pa ko sa Provincial Disaster Risk Management, sa PPDRC.
Yeah, so there's a motion to refer back this resolution.
Thank you.
It's been duly seconded. Motion approved. Thank you, board member Marlon Dinlayan.
Honorable
Majority Floor
Presiding
Leader?
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer, proceeding to item number 62, 63, and 64 for these three items. May we now recognize a gentle lady from the 3rd Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Minerva Casnap.
Before we proceed, can I request board member Pipito for a while lang? Dili.
Honorable Presiding Officer.
Yes, Board Member
Thank
Kasirabi,
you.
please proceed.
Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. Honorable Presiding Officer, I have here three proposed congratulatory resolutions for an omnibus motion because they have the same professional licensure examination for teachers. First is a resolution congratulating and commending Miss Juvie Cristina M. Rosales of Porok 3A, Mahayag, Quezon, Bukidnon for her exemplary achievement in placing fifth in the March 2026 licensure examination for professional teachers or LEPT secondary level. Miss Juvie Cristina, Your Honor, is a magna cum laude from Central Mindanao University. The second is a resolution congratulating and commending Miss Hazel in Dilemma of, again, Porok 6, Barangay Mibantang, Quezon, Bukidnon, for her exemplary achievement in placing ninth in the March 2026 licensure examination for professional teachers or LAPT secondary level. Ms. Delema, again, is a magna cum laude from Central Mindanao University, Bachelor of Physical Education. And the last is, again, 9, please, sir. A resolution congratulating and commending Mr. April Lloyd M. Monopolo of Aglayan, Malaybalay City for his exemplary achievement in placing 10th in the March 2026 licensure examination for professional teachers or LAPTs secondary level. Your Honor, these 3 new professional teachers, their remarkable achievements serve as an inspiration to the youth of Bukidnon to pursue excellence in education, uphold perseverance and discipline, and strive to become instruments of progress and development in their respective communities. So moving for the approval of these 3 resolutions, Your Honor.
Yes. The objections, comments, hearing none, the motion is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Board Member Kasanabi, Majority Floor Leader.
Honorable Presiding Officer, proceeding to item number 65. This is in the Committee on Rules and Privileges, to which was endorsed forwarding this August body a set of legal documents of the Ruhaimi Construction Services with the office address located at Purok 2, P2 of Patag, Baguntaas, Valencia City, Bukidnon. This is the application for an accreditation as a contractor to engage business with the provincial government of Bukidnon, that this firm has fully complied with the necessary obligation, essential requirements to transact business as per evaluation conducted by the Bids and Awards Committee. Honorable Presiding Officer, this endorsement letter coming from our BAC Chairman, Attorney Nestor Icajes, the Provincial Government Department Head of the PGSO, that this firm has fully complied with the necessary obligation to transact business. Honorable Presiding Officer, thus I move for the passing a resolution approving the accreditation of the Ruhaimi Construction Services. Honorable Presiding Officer.
Second. Discussions, objections, hearing none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Before you proceed, Majority Floor Leader, I'll yield my to the boss.
After charging a few minutes.
Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer. We may now proceed the last item that we had in the new business for the day, item number 66. May we now recognize the gentleman from the 2nd Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Attorney Hollis Monsanto.
Board Member Attorney Monsanto is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. This is a communication received by the Committee on Appropriations, which is a letter dated June 15, 2026 with attachment coming from the Office of the Provincial Budget Officer, Provincial Budget Office, Province of Bukidnon, which transmitted to this August body for appropriate action the annual budget, general fund, and special account for local economic enterprise calendar year 2026 of the municipality of Sumilao, Bukidnon, in the amount of 255,395,000. Attached to the said communications are budget documents and technical review analysis for reference and perusal. The committee, after going over the same, finds the said annual budget, general fund, and special account for local economic enterprise for calendar year 2026 of Sumilao, Bukidnon to be proper and in order, and the committee hereby recommend for the approval of the same, subject to the existing budgeting, budgeting, accounting, and auditing rules and regulations. Moving for the approval of the same, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved. Thank you, Board Member Attorney Monsanto.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Honorable Presiding Officer, we have only one item for the third and final reading. May we now recognize our Secretary to read the ordinance. Honorable Presiding Officer, Attorney Magwale.
Mr. Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer, and thank you, Majority Floor Leader. Third and final reading, item number 1. Ordinance number 2026-021R of the 28th SP, an ordinance upgrading the Bukidnon Provincial Medical Center from a Level 2 hospital to a Level 3 hospital, establishing a medical residency training program, appropriating funds therefore, and for other purposes.
Those who are in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those who are not, say nay. The ayes have it. The ordinance upgrading the Bukidnon Provincial Medical Center from a Level 2 hospital to Level 3 hospital is thereby approved.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. May we now proceed to our other communication, Honorable Presiding Officer. So I move for the following items 1, 4, and 5. This will be forwarded to the Committee on Appropriation for information reference, and item number 2 be forwarded to the Special Investigating Committee. This is regarding the boundary dispute for information and appropriate action. Item number 3 be forwarded to the Committee on Laws, Justice, Human Rights for information and reference. Item number 6, this will be forwarded to the Committee on Engineering, Public Works for information and appropriate action. And item number 7, this will be noted and forwarded to the Committee on Beautification Tourism for information reference. Item number 8 be forwarded to the Committee on Environmental Protection, Climate Change, Disaster Preparedness for information and reference. I'm so moving for the approval as presented, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
May we now proceed to the other matters from the board members. Board Member Garcia. After Board Member Garcia, Honorable Presiding Officer. I think wala na.
Board Member Attorney Garcia is recognized.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I would like to request for a committee hearing jointly with the Committee on Health relative to the endorsements dated June 2 from the Governor relative to the 619,470,402.42 support per the 2026 National Expenditure Program of the National Government -DOH. So there is a MOA that will be signed, but I do not understand, as usual, what this is. So I requested the assistance of the Committee on Health because it did not pass through their committee also. May we request that this be a committee hearing on 2 items be done on Monday, 29 ba na? At 9 in the morning. 9. Okay, alas 10 magkamoabot. So
June
9
29
na.
at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Board Member Garcia. Board Member Kasanabi.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. May I request for katong resolution bitaw nako sa Fernandez. Pwede to nato sa July 1. I mean sa atong convocation.
July 6. First Monday.
Monday convocation. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
Honorable Presiding Officer.
Pila to sila kabuk mambing?
Isa ra man to.
Isa ra.
Pero duha yang award isa.
Okay.
Thank you.
Honorable Presiding Officer, before proceeding for the board members' time, may I inform in advance that we have already a prior schedule on Tuesday, 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning for committee meetings.
What committees? Okay, so loss. Okay.
No problem sa Monday.
Member ko ano? Butong ako. Sayang, dili ko member. Secretary's time or? Ayan.
So, the invitation of our provincial vice governor and now the acting governor, we will have our dinner at the gardens this afternoon after our session. 6 o'clock ba to? We can also go there ahead of time. Kasi nakabutang dia, 6 o'clock. Pwede naman. Early, pwede na early. So we will have that after our session, Honorable Presiding
Yeah,
Officer.
okay.
All of us.
The gardens?
The gardens.
Doon dito sa
Dire,
unahan sa Old City Hall.
Old City Hall. Na ilang bago to nilang building.
Si Board Member Linas, matupod kay naman siya meeting po dito.
Yeah. So to na siya daan dito, advance party.
Advance party.
No more other matters from the board member. So may we now have our secretary's time, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Yeah, Attorney Magwali is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. I would like just to announce that there will be a committee meeting on Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. The committee who will convene is the Committee on Laws. This is with regards to the request of the provincial governor to enter into a tripartite memorandum of agreement with HCMI Logistics Service and Maya Midways Corporation with regard to transport of hazardous and infectious waste from 7 hospitals in the province of Bukidnon. Then this is to be followed at 10 o'clock in the morning, a committee meeting with regard to the boundary issues between Iligan and Talakag. Initially, we have agreed that contingent from Talakag composing the vice mayor and the SB will come back on June 30. Yes, and the required document that we required from them. On this regard, Honorable Presiding Officer, I would like to ask if or what committee will initiate on this. Is it the committee on the whole or the special investigating committee, and inviting all members?
Committee of the Whole.
Committee of the whole.
It will be at 9 or 10?
10 o'clock.
At 10 o'clock. Tuesday.
Tuesday.
June 30. Please take note, all board members, committee.
Yeah. Since this is
as a whole.
committee of the whole, we invite everybody to be present because to be present because the next move on this will be the deliberation on the invitation of the Iligan, Sangguniang, Panlalawigan for a joint session.
After this one.
Yes.
Schedule it.
So that is all, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Yes.
May I inquire from our secretary if the LGU Talakag already responded for that communication letter coming from the city of Iligan?
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer. In fact, it is found in other communication. Item number 2. This is the transmittal actually forwarded to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Iligan, furnishing copy
very good.
to our end.
So, very good. At least we have already responded.
Yes.
Thank you for that, Attorney Magwali. Thank you,
Thank you,
Honorable
Attorney Paul Magwali. Secretary's time? Wala na? Okay na to? So just... Or. Okay, before we adjourn, no? Nalo ko yung mga 5 quotes lang ni. Good days give happiness. Bad days give experience. Worst days give lessons. The best days give memories. 5 ni kubok. Napa? To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe. Murag seryoso tagang may karon kay Ada murag mo na isakto siguro to kay murag gutom na.
With that, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move for the adjournment of our regular session.
Our regular session is adjourned at exactly 4:05. Thank you. See you dito sa